When Laura left that evening, she lingered by the doorway, sliding on her heels with a calmness that unsettled me. "Don't wait up for me, okay?" she said lightly, flashing a half-hearted smile before grabbing her purse. I nodded, though something in her voice made my stomach twist. She claimed she was going out for a small get-together with her co-workers, but I already knew Jake, her new teammate, would be there. For weeks, I'd noticed things shifting. Her phone always flipped face down, quiet laughter after late-night texts, and that sudden obsession with looking flawless for work dinners. I'd never been the jealous type, but there's a difference between trusting someone and pretending not to see. That night, instinct told me something was wrong. As she turned to leave, I decided to test the waters. "Have fun with Jake," I said evenly. Her hand froze on the doorknob. She turned halfway, her face draining of color. "What?" she whispered, barely audible. I repeated myself, calmer this time. "You don't have to pretend, Laura. I know who you're really meeting." She didn't move for several seconds. Then she muttered something about me being paranoid and stormed out, slamming the door behind her. I sat there staring at the empty hallway, the silence thick with anger, confusion, and disbelief, each emotion bleeding into the next. I didn't chase her. Instead, I picked up my phone and opened the location app we'd installed for emergencies. She must have forgotten I still had access. Within 10 minutes, her little blue dot shifted, not toward the restaurant she mentioned, but to a hotel across town. My worst fear quietly unfolded before me. I didn't call. I didn't yell. I just sat there, watching the screen, realizing our marriage had been fading long before tonight. I packed a small overnight bag, not because I planned to leave forever, but because I needed space to breathe. Every framed photo on the wall suddenly looked like a lie. Every memory felt tainted. An hour later, her message came. "You still up?" I ignored it. 5 minutes later, "I'm sorry if I upset you earlier. It's just work stuff." Still, I said nothing. The silence must have unnerved her, because soon after, my phone rang. Her voice was shaky now, no longer confident, no longer composed. "Why did you say that about Jake?" "What do you know?" I spoke quietly. "Enough to see you weren't where you said you'd be." The line went dead. I could almost hear her breathing before she hung up. A few minutes later, her location started moving again, this time fast, heading straight back home. She didn't text again, she just came running. When I heard her keys in the lock, I stayed seated on the couch. She rushed in, hair disheveled, eyes red and wide. "It's not what you think," she blurted out desperately. I didn't raise my voice. "Then what is it, Laura? You were at a hotel with Jake. Am I supposed to believe that's just work?" Her lips quivered. Tears welled up. "It was stupid," she said weakly. "Nothing happened, I just wanted attention." And that's when it hit me, how far apart we'd grown. The woman who used to laugh at my dumb jokes and hold me through rough days now stood there like a stranger, scrambling to bury her guilt. I didn't yell. I didn't insult her. I simply said, "You can't fix something you stopped respecting." That night she cried and begged, trying to explain. I stayed silent. Sometimes silence weighs more than shouting ever could. She ended up sleeping on the couch, the same couch where I once proposed to her. The irony cut deep. In the days that followed, she tried to make amends. Texts, home-cooked meals, apologies that felt rehearsed. But trust doesn't heal like a wound. It cracks and never fuses the same way again. When I finally told her I needed space, she didn't argue. Maybe she understood that some things can't be repaired once they're broken. I left with nothing but a bag of clothes and a quiet heart. I didn't need revenge. Her fear and guilt were punishment enough. Sometimes all it takes is one sentence to reveal everything. "Enjoy your time with Jake." Those weren't words of anger, they were a mirror. And in that reflection, she finally saw what she'd become.